everyone, my name's Nina and today I'm here with my recent reads. So I have about 6 books to share with you today. I've noticed that a lot of people are doing recent reads instead of monthly wrap-up videos, and I really like that concept because a lot of my books are from the library, so I have to return them on time and make sure that other people are able to read those books. So I am going to, every like 5 or 6 books, I'm going to do a recent reads and show you what I've read. So let's get into it. To start, I have 2 books from a little series. They're actually kids books. They're little easy chapter books. They're only about 60 pages and they're super cute. The first one is called The Pope's Cat and the second one is called Marguerite's First Holy Week. Now these were really adorable. The first book deals with a stray cat that the Pope finds on the street and he takes her in and gives her a home. And his co-workers, or whatever you want to call him, the other people around him in his life, don't approve of this because they think the street cat, the cat is a street cat and it's dirty, and the Pope shouldn't have a pet because he has other more important responsibilities. But the Pope is this loving, joyful person that thinks nothing is wrong with this. He thinks the cat's mischievous behavior is adorable and enchanting and adorable. I just loved it. The second one, you learn about Holy Week and follow the cat and learn about what Holy Week is, and there's these really adorable pictures throughout. I love this one specifically, and all the pages are super short. They're only like a paragraph on each page, so these are very quick reads. I thought this was adorable. I loved it. I think these are great books for kids, even if you're not Catholic, so I thought these were adorable. I loved it. Moving on, I have The Bride Test by Helen Huang. This is like a companion novel to The Kiss Quotient. It doesn't necessarily, I wouldn't call this a series because it doesn't have the same characters at all. This is a completely different story. You don't have to read The Kiss Quotient to read this one. So this deals with a Vietnamese girl who gets kind of propositioned for this offer to go to America and possibly marry this man. And this is orchestrated by his mother. He doesn't know anything about this. She shows up and he's angry with his mom. He thinks, this isn't the thing that we do in America. You can't just bring over this bride to be. We've never met. This isn't okay. He doesn't want to get into a relationship because he doesn't think he can love. He doesn't think he knows what love is because he's autistic and he feels things differently. So he thinks that he doesn't know what love is. So she comes into his life and they fall in love and it all works out and it was great. I thought this was adorable. I don't think it was as good as The Kiss Quotient. I would give this a 4 out of 5, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. Moving on, we have The House Guest by Megan Miranda. Now look at this cover. I picked it up because of this cover. Look how wonderful that looks. Who thought that yellow and pink would go together? Not me, but I love the color combo. So this is a mystery thriller type book. We deal with a young girl who has died and it is the 1-year anniversary of her death. So Sadie is her name, the girl that died, and the cops kind of rule it as a suicide. She fell off these cliffs or jumped off these cliffs, but her best friend doesn't believe that's the case and she starts to uncover some clues, but all the clues lead back to her, so she can't really present these clues to the cops without incriminating herself. So we go on this guessing game of, is it a murder? And if it is, who committed the murder? And throughout the book, there's other mysterious things that happen that kind of give you like the creeps, but I didn't really love this book. I thought it was okay. I think it's more of a 3 stars for me. Nothing horrible, just wasn't my cup of tea. I thought that it could have been better. I'm looking at all these books and every single one of them is actually from the library, so. Moving on, I have The Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. Now, there is a novel for this, but I chose to pick up the graphic novel. I did like the imagery. I liked the pictures a lot. The story of itself, I wasn't a huge fan of. It deals with this young boy whose, I think it was his brother, was shot and murdered, and so he wants to get revenge and murder the person who murdered his brother. And he gets into this elevator, and each floor that it goes down, he is confronted with somebody that he knows that died, or that was murdered, and gets their story, and he has to think of the consequences of his actions. What will happen if he goes through with murdering this murderer? Is he sure that this murderer is the murderer? Or is he just taking a wild guess? What if he kills an innocent man? And so he's confronted with all of this and kind of goes back and forth with what should he do? Is he doing the right thing? Should he avenge his brother? I don't really have much to say about this. I don't know what it was that just didn't grip me enough. And I think we end it like an open ending thing, so we don't know what he actually chooses to do. And I don't like ending books like that. So yeah, that's all I have. The last book I have is also a graphic novel. Now I did like these pictures as well. I liked the way that it was literally just black and white the whole time, but I liked the font, I liked the drawings, and I liked the flow of the story of how it was arranged. It's called The Contradictions by Sophie Yano. This deals with a college student that's studying abroad in Paris and decides to hitchhike with one of the friends that she meets there, and the hitchhiking doesn't go as she really plans, but there's also like this like radical political stuff thrown in. I don't know, I didn't really get it. I thought it was kind of a bland story for me personally, but you know, whatever. I give it like a 2 out of stars. It's not something I would really choose to read again, but I did like the art. So these are the stories that I read within the last few days, and I hope you enjoyed this. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.